There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. Time to go!
Here? Why are there two Dunyarzad's? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon? This seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do. 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good. You passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness. She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival. If we can break out of this samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall. You sure love to use weird analogies. Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more? What's happening right now? We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. That should be it.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity. Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself. A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints. Dunyarzad! The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends. Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The truth. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right? Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming? True. Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
Time to go. Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just...
You're really excited about...
help you?
So, you're admitting that...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought what you just said... Are you...
I knew you weren't going to believe...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation...
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on.
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears...
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll Yeah, if we tap into Dia's at this time of day, Dia's probably just finished
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are...
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then...
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going...
We need to say something convincing.
The moon, illusions, and lies. That doesn't sound... Dia sold her great...
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known.
All right, so this is the...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Time to go. Time to go.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy? I thought I told you that it won't help to bring any. We just wanted her to see the real.
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh? I told you that you two are special.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sumeru's festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sumeru's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha! The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
So, this Nahida you mentioned.
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you...
People in Sumeru don't... That doesn't... Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a... What's happening right... My mind feels...
You mean the Akasha is When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, compiling the entire country's knowledge, you think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so
What's the point of doing something like that?
just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then this hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest—
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler!
I heard it too. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate,
But we cannot.
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
It's extremely difficult for lab.
If we're lab rats, then what?
Hmm.
The moon? Wasn't that...
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should focus on other...
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Huh?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me?
You didn't...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told—
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know. It's as if...
You're saying that although you...
That's right. Both
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest?
How did you know what I was gonna...
Listen, Nahida, we found... Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on...
Hey, what kind of...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know... How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one...
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your
Huh? Hold on, what did you just...
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day,
Continue the harvest.
we're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope.
Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been...
Paimon's...
In other words, if you weren't here...
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh yeah, you're right!
So...
Okay, Nahida said the Akop. That doesn't sound. Mercenaries were like. If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day.
Oh, then the beep we hear that's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's fest, but muscle memory can't be erased.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again?
Right! She did help us.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt?
Well,
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used The money we spent, the food we ate. Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an art. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate. I hope that cleared things up for you. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But at least we... Yep, that's true. So... strange? Paimon feels like Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired? How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already...
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Our memories are back! About that... Well...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I haven't listened to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's...
Why can't we leave the city? What is the Academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Huh? Why? Are you going to... But... What if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back and please... Memories!
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think...
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so...
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You should... I guess that explains it.
So, if we leave the city, it really sounds like some... But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well...
Yep, now we're...
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already...
To make something like this?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're... Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. Alright, okay. See... That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's that I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fit. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppet.
That's one heck of an info dump. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable.
There's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other. And now, behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that...
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep.
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha...
After the beep, Traveler said... Even the final space...
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces That doesn't... My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that...
Oh, so that's what it is! Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new space. Paimon's head is spinning!
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey! Where are you going?
Time to go. Time to go.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. What?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know! Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with...
Time to go.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your... Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay.
People in Sumeru don't... The moon, illusions, and Okay, Nahid... We've already experienced... All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in... Those spaces remind me of... We are all in a dream.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would... So people in Sumeru do dream after...
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha... It is the manifestation...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiled?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human...
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from greater... The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
message said. My mind. We've already. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. Those dreamscapes kept. We've already experienced.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zeros. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zeros.
So, this is like a dream fact.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream.
Alright, last question.
They say that alchemical divination.
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hard...
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about... Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Yes, those can wait until... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no... After we end the Sub-Zero's Fest...
How can the sages...
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're at...
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she...
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block.
But personality-wise, she's nothing.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you with it?
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she still... Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sumeru's festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sumeru's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of... As for me...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the trap...
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Paimon's still a little upset. She was such a good person. Yeah. But we mustn't lose... Paimon's wondering... Do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond... So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment?
Could you make
You want me to make a wish?
less questions?
Okay, my wish.
Oh,
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really. She just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest Knight of Flowers is
so you.
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like, okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh!
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back? Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her.
My ladies.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Into the wind. Chip!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. You... Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some...
A new Genshin lucky today.
Shadows of fate. Take flight.
Following orders.
The wind knows me.
Think you can bully me?
Take that!
Into the wind.
Let me scribe. Whirling snow.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad. She said it was because she had forgotten some... Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. Yeah, this is the place! Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote, even though she was also busy preparing for the Sumeru's, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we can't... Hey! Where are you off to now?
Time to go. Time to go. Follow the wind.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about...
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not...
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
Time to go.
If you continue to resist, we will... The Grand Sage is already...
Oh. Traveler? You don't have to get...
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been... Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they... So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said,
They symbolize the goddess of flowers.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately...
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Patisaras? But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away?
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Patisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, it's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Patisaras. So when you saw the flowers, But if we want to end the samsara, we need... How should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this...
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. As far as you know, people in...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that.
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, his wife lying next to him said, "You're off." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dream...
Yes, but his faith and determination...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
feels like Paimon's head feels. Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's best. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero? Quick! Take off your Akasha Termin. She's not in her room. What happened, huh? Well done, Traveler. And thank you, Dunyarzad.
I'm sorry, who?
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zeros.
Actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the and Dunya.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter, and once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though, where both will gradually fade until they completely... I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a...
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone ran.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions. Forgot it. I hope we answered... To be honest, maintaining the... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the Sage's activities for now.
Go and get some sleep.
What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon?
Maybe you were sleepwalking.
I see. Huh.
There are leaves around, and I need to accompany them, if you wish to.
Time to...
Fallen leaves.
Adorn mine, written in the stars. Delve into death. Embrace the ice. My apologies.
So this is a day in the life of the Traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Download the full matches animated version. Download the full matches. Okay, I'm going to go on this. Stream 70, stream.
अरे हाय रे नीट सब यार अरे हाइड एंड डिलीट दिस सिस्टम अरे की होला सो यूजुअली फ्री हो जावर स्ट्रीम पेज अरे अपलिंक्स फ्री ছিল তো স্ট্রিম স্টার্টিং এর মধ্যে বেরিয়ে মারি দেন অন্যগুলো তো অনলিমিটেড সব তো ঠিকই আছে স্ট্রিম স্টার্টিং এর বেরিয়ে যাবে আপলিংক ফ্রি ছিল কিন্তু আমি ইউজ করছিলাম আগে সরানোর কোনো উপায় হবে